Why, hello and welcome everybody. It is Pohx again. So before I actually get this started, I do want to say that I'm looking for some editing work, just some basic stuff to work on some emotes on my streaming channel and a new webcam border since I kind of lost it because I got a new computer and some things went boom boom pow. But anyway, that's beside the point. You guys can contact me through comments or via private message. So today what we're going to talk about is we're going to go all into efficiently capping your credits. Now, I talked about this in a previous video, but I didn't really go too much into it because I didn't have all the proper information at the time. Now that I have some more information, after playing the game and whatnot, I can actually explain to you guys how important it is to actually efficiently cap your credits. So, if you go over to, just bring up you go over your valuables. I don't know exactly how much credits you guys are getting, but I got about, I think, a 560k. It was like 560k was my limit or so. And that's quite a decent chunk of credits. If you efficiently cap your credits, you can turn 560k into about 1.1 million credits. That's it. Now, the reason why this is really, really important is because for people who don't want to put money into the game, you need a way of keeping up with people, and this is called min-maxing. So let's talk about how this works. Because just to clarify, by spending money on Argents, you flip your Argents directly into credits. But, again, let's talk about this. So, what does it mean to efficiently cap your credits? What is how does it even work? Well, for example, I'm going to go ahead and open up an equipment which is just going to contain raw credits. So we're going to double click it, activate it, and you can see here, down here, I gained 1,730 credits. 1,730 credits will be subtracted from my credit limit. I just gained 1,730 credits. When you fight monsters in open world, so for example, let's see if we can get some to drop credits. Let's fight some of these birds here. Alright, they will drop these little loot balls here, and usually they will contain credits, sparks of evolution, and usually that's it unless you are actually credit capped. Let's see, yeah, that's pretty much. I guess we'll kill an elite here really fast, see if I can get a better example for you guys here really fast. But this is really important again because of how much you can actually gain out of your credit cap, assuming you're applying it properly. Now, I'm not really a big fan of the way this works, but that's just how it is. I think that they should change the system up because I think it's a bit silly, and I'll explain why here very shortly once you take down this dude over here, assuming he actually drops credits. Because if he doesn't, then that's kind of, well, rip. Okay. So he actually dropped quite a lot of loot. It was called nothing. So anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. You get those little balls, and they typically will contain either trophy fragments, credits, both of them, vice versa. Now I'm going to explain to you guys why you should not pick up those little balls, those little caches. They're actually not worth picking up at all, and here's why. A single credit is worth a single credit. Makes sense? That's fair enough, right? One credit is worth one credit. However, a white piece of gear will disenchant or disassemble into a rank 1 enhancement stone. A rank 1 enhancement stone takes 100 credits from your limit. So, I just disassembled a white, as you guys saw. It took 100 credits from my limit, and it gave me a rank 1 enhancement stone. A rank 1 enhancement stone sells for 185 credits. That means you're gaining 85 credits on every 100, which means you're getting 85% more credits for your value by disassembling white items. Green ones, rank 2 I don't believe is as efficient, so it's 463 to sell it, and you gain 300. So it's still much better than a single credit. It's not as good as the white one, but it's still pretty efficient. Well, not pretty efficient, but it's still better compared to just a raw credit. Then we have rank 3 enhancement stones. You can see here, we'll disassemble this one, which is from blue and up. Or sorry, just blue gear. Now these require, I believe, a certain prestige to even, or proficiency requirement to actually start getting like rank 3 and rank 4 stones, which you don't have specifically. But we're going to go ahead and break this one down, which goes into a rank 3. And you can see this takes 900 from the credit limit. And if I go over to my valuables here, whoopsies, let's go over to the sell in the marketplace. These will sell for 1665, and a rank 4 will sell for 5,000, whereas they normally would give you 2,700. So you can see these are all much more efficient ways to cap yourself, opposed to actually obtaining raw credits. Now, one other way to cap yourself, which I believe is also the most efficient way, which is the most lengthy way, but these all kind of go together, is by getting holy texts. Holy texts are used for your buildings on your temples, which is the easiest way to boost your prestige early game and gives you pretty much all of your health. 500 is subtracted from your credit limit whenever you pick up a holy text. Holy texts sell for, which you should not sell them until way endgame, and I believe it's level 25 temples, because the HP percentage scaling stops then, but even then, you should know about the game at that point. They sell for 925. However, in most scenarios, you're going to actually end up purchasing them, and they purchase for 1,075, meaning you find them in dungeons for 500 credits each, but you can purchase them for 1,075 per. So now, let's go ahead and move over. And I'm going to show you guys how to actually get holy texts and how to efficiently run a dungeon. So you can see here, if you sort by holy text, you can see all the areas that have holy text popping up. You can see each one here. They usually, depending on your, so what I'm looking for, depending on your proficiency, they will give, you know, different, so what I'm looking for, depending on your proficiency, they'll give, sorry, your prestige, you'll get different variants, same thing, whatever it's called. So like it might start off at 4, and then as you get higher with the dungeons, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, up to like 40 if you're running 5-mans, and then even higher. Because the game, you know, as you become higher prestige, they require more items, they require more resources, so naturally it's going to give you more. So unfortunately I don't have anything that's really quick to run, so I'm just going to run a really quick dungeon, really fast. Let's do a regular Portnari, just so I can show you guys how you would effectively farm to cap your holy text. And this is, again, this is a bit silly the way it's designed, but I'm here, you know, not to promote it, but here to tell you guys, if you want to do this, this is what you would do. So I'm going to go ahead and go into a solo mission. I'm just going to do Portnari, something very simple. And you're actually not going to loot anything unless it's a green or a square. You don't loot any circles unless it's a green circle, because that means a green trophy fragment, and of course you don't even have to loot that if you want to min-max it. And boss drops aside. So I'm gonna pull everything, and I'm gonna kill it out of the boss room. You want to kill it out of the boss room because you don't want it to be in the same spot as your boss loot, because your boss loot is going to be separate that you are looting. So again, we've got these little balls here which we don't want to pick up. The balls are just to show you guys either credits, trophy fragments, or whatever I said before, or sparks. There you go. The boss, however, we are going to loot no matter what. So, well, I guess that's even up to you at that point if you want to or if you don't want to. I always loot my bosses. Okay, so this boss loot is green. You can see it's a cube. A cube or a square means it's going to be an actual piece of gear. So you can see there was trophy fragments, a ring of courage, and sparks of evolution. There were no actual credits in there. I think bosses might drop credits sometimes. Actually, I can't confirm that. I don't remember 100% if they do or don't. Now, I might die doing this because I want to kind of speed this up. This is pretty reckless what I'm about to do. So let's see what happens. Oh, I messed up my... It's like not locking on. Oh, it's bugged out. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so we're most likely going to rip right about now. Let's see if I can burst this guy fast enough to maybe get some health orbs. This little dude's going to kill me here. Unless, where there's a will, there's a way? No. Okay, let's okay, we'll just revive here. The really big issue with group pulling on a witch is you have to lock on when you're AoE pulling, and for some reason, I don't know what happens with me, my lock on gets pissed off when there's like 65 mobs. I don't know why. Now, from my personal experience and my way of playing the game, I feel that it's more beneficial. It might not be the most fun, but it's more beneficial to try to max out your credits before you max out your sparks. And the reason why is, the faster you max out your credits, the quicker you can start picking up your trophy fragments and all your regular items again. Come on, pop out, please. Please? There we go. And there's our cube. And you can see we got a green, trophy fragment, and sparks of evolution. So ideally the goal again would be you just pretty much only kill bosses unless there's a green that you want, or you can spot a white item throughout all the little ball clusters, because again the white items give a very efficient what is it? It's like 85% more. Although it's gonna take you forever to cap yourself off it. So like there's a green item. It's surrounded by a white. I would take it. I mean, it's not the most effective thing, but you know, I'm not gonna. I don't like tossing up loot. You know, it doesn't feel right to me to like not be able to pick up loot in an MMO that I'm playing. That's why I really want them to change the system. I wish they would have an option of like disable credits. That way you can still feel good. You'll pick up all your loot, but you can disable your credit game. Because you know, it doesn't feel right to play the game. You know, do the dungeons. You're speed running and like you leave the loot behind. It's like you know, it just doesn't feel right. And that's not me complaining or anything. It's just, I don't know, it's just strange, that's all. Oh. Okay, we need to zing right through these two here. Oh, well, rip that one. Actually, let me execute. Yeah! Let me get that mana back. And then ideally at the end of this, you would also gain your holy text right as your reward. And you would pretty much just spam do that as much as you can to cap your credits out immediately, and then you can move on to farming your sparks and picking up all your items. Now, by doing this, I do understand that it is much more difficult to cap out your class sparks, at least quickly. So, again, an easy way to do that is to just run the first boss of, like, Port Nari. Some people said they were having issues with it. I haven't had any issues with it at all. Then again, I don't really run it too much. But another thing that you can do is there's a boss... crap, I have to remember which one it is. There's a boss that is... I don't remember it. But he has, like, no mobs next to him at all. Let's see if I remember which one it is. I don't remember, fuck. But anyway, there's a dungeon that you can run that pretty much has no mobs whatsoever. It just has a boss right at the start. Is it this one? That's Verd's. A frozen kraken. Let's see if I can get this right. It might be this. It's this one right here. Okay, so it is this one. Just so I can F11 it for you guys. It is Thornius's Thor Fuckfuck. It's Thor Fuckfuck's camp basically. So you literally just walk out and there's a boss right there, and you just tell him, hey man, what's up, YOLO 420 swag? You know, blaze it, and you pretty much just beat the shit out of him, and then you just reset the instance. One thing I noticed a lot of people were doing that was a mistake is they were farming them on the easiest difficulties, and it actually will state to you if you farm something on the easiest difficulty and the difficulty is too low for you, meaning it's out of your prestige bracket, it'll say no rewards will be gained because the game wants you to get better and, you know, not pick on newbie bosses. So that is definitely one thing to note. And this guy's simple. The only thing you don't do is just don't stand in this stuff right here, and don't stand while he's channeling. And then he gets, you know, hit for 40k non-crit. You pick up your loot, GG, you won. So that's pretty much that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it helps you guys out. You guys have any questions, of course, feel free to drop them down below. And if there's any questions or anything that you guys want to add on, you know, just drop it down below and I'll see if I can upload the comment as well. Remember, I stream daily at twitch.tv/Pohx, so make sure to go check me out there. But that's pretty much it. So if you guys had a wonderful time, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Take care, everyone.